Hello, hello, TGIF, everybody. Is the gang all here? The gang is all here. Poll question today at Smerconish.com on this Friday. Should President Biden issue preemptive pardons to Anthony Fauci, Liz Cheney, and Adam Schiff? No. No is my answer for reasons I'm about to explain, and I fully expect that I will be in the distinct minority on this one, but that's okay. Detroit is now 12-1. They won again last night over Green Bay. We've got the story. They won late in that game. The story is in the Smerconish.com daily newsletter. Whether your team scores or not, there's always another way to win on the Play Gun Lake online casino and sportsbook app. It's from BetParks. It's the only app that I ever use and recommend to bet sports and play all your favorite casino games for real money. Detroit is almost too good. Like at 12-1, they need a stumble. This is what I think. It's not going to be like the Miami team of yesteryear. Do you remember that perfect season? They're 12-1. It's like I think they need to lose a game or two and then rebound for the playoffs to be on a trajectory. Just my thought. Get some skin in the game and bet sports and play all your favorite casino games for real money on the Play Gun Lake online casino and sportsbook app. We're talking blackjack and craps and roulette. Online slots based on some popular TV shows like Breaking Bad and Peaky Blinders. Download the Play Gun Lake app right now and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. New users, there's a special deal for you, but that wager has got to be, that bonus has got to be wagered. The bonus is $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours, but it's got to be wagered. PlayGunLake.com for details. Got to be 21 and in Michigan. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. So the Thursday poll question drew 32,462 votes. That's a lot. Should we move past the expectations that presidential appointees must have squeaky clean personal records? I knew it would be lopsided. I wanted to see how lopsided will it be. Here's the answer. 78.33% said no. No, we should not move beyond the expectation that presidential appointees have to have squeaky clean personal records. I don't think Hegseth makes it. I don't think Hegseth makes it for not the least of which reason is that the reports say former President Trump is not working the phone. And if he's not working the phone and calling in chits for Hegseth, I just think that sooner or later it becomes clear that there will be 3 or 4 or 5 defections from the Republican ranks and that they won't be able to get him the votes. I said this morning on CNN, and I'll repeat now, I think it's great if you turn your life around. I think it's great if you've had some rocky patches in the past, and now you're on the straight and narrow because of a religious epiphany or some other moral grounding that was lacking in the past. But it doesn't mean we excuse everything that preceded it. Just my 2 cents. Okay, now, poll question today. Should President Biden issue preemptive pardons to Anthony Fauci, Liz Cheney, and Adam Schiff? This is now a big story. Jonathan Martin at Politico was the first to report on it, saying President Biden's, and we have this in the newsletter today, President Biden's senior aides are conducting a vigorous internal debate over whether to issue preemptive pardons to a range of current and former public officials who could be targeted with President-elect Donald Trump's return to the White House, according to senior Democrats familiar with the discussions. And now Martin had it initially at Politico. It's now in the Washington Post. It's now leading the New York Times, apart from the shooter at this minute still being on the lam. Crazy case, right? They're going to get that guy. I think they're going to get him, and they're going to get him real soon. In fact, I believe, phony license or not, I believe law enforcement, they know who he is, my opinion. Tracking the Atlanta bus trip and so forth, I think they know who he is. Obviously, they're not going to tell us everything, but they want the public's help with that smile picture that's out there. Okay, back to the poll question. So here's how I see this. I am okay with Joe having pardoned Hunter. He shouldn't have said for so long that he would never do it. That was his mistake. Secondly, I hope that Donald Trump doesn't unleash lawfare in the form of Kash Patel and Pam Bondi against his political opponents. That would be a terrible thing. Third, I don't want President Biden offering preemptive pardons to the like of Fauci and Schiff and Cheney. And I guess Jack Smith and a whole host of others. If I were any one of those people, I would say no, thank you. I don't want to be preemptively pardoned because I didn't do anything wrong. And I have more faith in the legal system in allowing me to prove that I didn't do anything wrong. But mostly what I think is that all of this just cheapens, well, it furthers the perception. That's what it does. It furthers the perception that there's no difference between law and politics. And sadly, in some instances, there's been too much overlap. But where would this then lead and where would this then end? If Biden issues preemptive pardons, now what's Trump going to do? I mean, Trump doesn't need any cover or motivation. When it comes to something like the J6 defendants, I fear he's already going to provide too much cover for some of those, especially I'm worried about the ones who breached the Capitol. But it'll be never ending. It'll be never ending. And there's already such a diminished faith in our institutions that if now Joe Biden pardons some people preemptively, he can't preemptively pardon everybody. If Trump really wants to go that way, and if Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are willing to be his facilitators, you're never going to be able to anticipate all the people that they might go after. And this will just be never ending. And then what? Trump leaves, and where do we go from there? I don't like it. I don't like it. And I think that it sends the wrong message. So mine is a no vote. Should Joe Biden issue those preemptive pardons? No. And if I'm Liz Cheney, I'm telegraphing today, I don't want your preemptive pardon. Come at me. You think I did something wrong? First of all, Liz Cheney in her congressional capacity has great privilege that attaches to her role anyway. I feel some sympathy for somebody like Dr. Anthony Fauci. I don't want to see his life become hell in the legal process on some bogus basis. But nor do I think that Biden should try and anticipate where Trump might go and provide the level of protection that apparently is being discussed behind closed doors. From the New York Times, President Biden's staff debating whether he should issue blanket pardons for a swath of President-elect Donald J. Trump's perceived enemies to protect them from the retribution he has threatened after he takes office, according to people familiar with the discussion. One other piece that I thought was interesting and contrary to my view is from Jennifer Rubin in the Washington Post. Just a taste. Here's the way she concludes her analysis. In sum, Biden can mute concerns about Hunter's pardon by recognizing the real danger: Trump's announced threats of vengeance against an array of Americans whose only crime was seeking to hold Trump accountable. Protecting the potential targets of a wrathful president would serve the interests of democracy, effectively short-circuiting Trump's revenge agenda. If Biden's mercy extends beyond his son, his pardons may be seen as more high-minded and politically savvy, namely limiting Trump's reign of vengeance, arguing, among other things, that Biden can rehabilitate himself in the eyes of people who think that he shouldn't have pardoned Hunter by now issuing these preemptive pardons. As I say, you're never going to be able to anticipate where Trump might go. If you take Fauci and Schiff and Cheney off the table, he'll just come up with other individuals. I hope he doesn't go that way. And the proper answer is, if he does, Trump, then he should be fought through the legal system, and it should be proven that the people that he's coming for were acting within the parameters of their job. That's my view. Go vote at Smerconish.com on today's poll question. One more thing that I want to say, most importantly, I want to say thank you. If you bought a copy of Smercomics 2024, as I will discuss in today's program, we seem on track for books to be shipped next week. But most importantly, I want to say thank you for ever buying the book, because tonight is the night at the gala for the Children's Crisis Treatment Center that on your behalf, I get to hand over a lot of money. I don't want to give it away, but a lot of money based on all the profits from Smercomics 2024. By the way, far exceeding what the profits would have been if I had gone to a conventional publisher. Think of the big publishing houses. Just given the nature of the business and the divide of the proceeds, if I didn't have time, is the answer. I had to go to a printer, and Bob Terzak at Brilliant has been brilliant. It's really been a good relationship, and fingers crossed that we'll get over the finish line next week. But the proceeds, because of this arrangement, are much greater than they would have been had I gone the conventional route, which is just further good news for tonight and the money that I will be able to hand over, which represents a lot of you buying the book. I'll give you the full report on Monday, maybe on CNN tomorrow. But yeah, tonight's an exciting night for that reason. So thank you if you bought a copy of Smercomics 2024. Really appreciate you. Okay. See you, gang. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Oh, PJ asks, would you please like and subscribe? And I think we're just a hair under 50,000 subscribers, just a hair under for the YouTube page, and we'd like to get to that milestone. So like and subscribe. See ya.